After a long drive to Mississauga and a good night's sleep, my family and I arrived at the tournament, held in the absolutely stunning Canadian Coptic Centre. After helping organize my school's younger competitors and warming up a bit, we were all ushered to registration. I had registered for 7 events. It was going to be a very long day. First up was horse dance. In short, this was something I signed up for fun, and I didn't really train for. My lack of training was reflected in my performance. I held this dance for 90 seconds before the cups on my thighs fell. I placed, deservedly, last. The second competition was Yu Sulam Tao, the first Wing Chun form. I was super tense going into the form, though looking back on it, I'm quite proud of how I did. Apart from a few small problems, it was one of my best performances. It was quite a competitive division, though, and everyone had trained very hard for it. There were a lot of different variations on the form which were very interesting to see. I placed a close second in this division. Chum didn't go nearly as well. My power was on point though, but I made a few sequence errors that disqualified me from taking first. I guess the nervousness had taken its toll. I placed 3rd out of 5. I'm disappointed in myself, since I honestly believe I could have taken 1st. But looking back, it wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been. Better luck next time. There were 3 of us in this division. I had met the other 2 at the beginning of the day, and they were both really nice. I think building these inter-school relations are a big benefit of Kung Fu tournaments, and it was good to be up against such sportsmen. It was decided that the Chi Sau division would follow the following 3-man bracket. Winner of match 1 faces the guy who hasn't fought yet. Loser of that fight fights for 2nd with the loser of the first fight. Makes sense? On to the matches. First match was against Jonathan. He was 4 years my junior, but he put up a good effort and was a blast to Chi Sau with. He's also super nice, so I hope to meet up with him again at another competition. Spoiler, I won this match, though I have mixed feelings about it. On the one hand, I was by far the worst fighter. On the other hand, he wasn't doing Chi Sau, he was a Hung Ga fighter, not Wing Chun. So they have very different style of sticking hands. His stance was weird, his rolling was weird, he disengaged with his techniques, etc. That last bit means that his hits weren't scored, since he lost contact. In Chi Sau competition, you need to hit while also staying in contact with at least one arm. It was an interesting experience going up against him, and I hope I can face him again under a less restrictive rule set, so he can get the win he deserves. I didn't have time to stay for my trophy though, since I had another competition immediately afterwards. Foam weapon sparring. I had signed up for the sword. Since I was the only one in my division and there was only one guy in the long weapon division, we decided to merge the two. We mutually decided to do long weapon, since he had been training for it and I thought it looked cool, though I had never tried it before. I won, though it was a competitive fight. My unorthodox style seemed to mess him up. I'll definitely be competing in weapon sparring again. Despite having been 4 years since I was a Shaolin Kung Fu student, I kept my skills up and trained hard for this event. I hadn't had a break between this and the weapon sparring, so I was bone tired, but I still put everything I had into the form. The technique was far from perfect, but I'm still very proud of the result. A few minutes later, I did my staff form. This wasn't nearly as good. It had been almost a year since I practiced it, and I never really got the ending down. In fact, I improvised the ending during the competition. Still, I did it, putting my heart into the form, and I'm proud of how it turned out. I won first in both this division and the hand form division due to my being the only competitor. Usually that would delegate these trophies to the Hall of Meaningless Junk, but I'll keep them. Even though there was no competition, I exceeded any expectations I had had of myself. Also, thanks to the Hungar School for letting me borrow one of their staves, as I forgot mine 4 hours away. You guys are great. By far, this was my best competition. I won 4 first places, 1 second, and 1 third. It was amazing seeing all the competitors in the forums. There were some absolutely incredible martial artists whose performances were an honor to behold. Our school did very well as well, and I'm especially proud of our kids Shaolin program, who all trained very hard for the competition. If they continue working hard and they trained outside of class, next year, I expect they'll be champions.